Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Masculine men don't destroy themselves. Don't destroy themselves. And what do I mean? It could be different types of destruction. And I don't mean just messing up your life in terms of not being on your mission. That could be one form of destruction. But masculine men aren't out here using drugs. Or, whether legal or illegal, whatever. They ain't hurting themselves. They not putting themselves in a position where they can harm themselves. Not consciously. They will try to take care of themselves as best as possible. They're going to be active in taking care of themselves. Remember what I've always said, a masculine man, and masculinity itself is active. It's the active principle. They gonna do whatever. They ain't gonna like mess themselves up with drugs or substances or anything like that. They ain't gonna mess themselves up just mentally. They ain't gonna mess their minds up. They ain't gonna be out here just doing whatever. If they gonna always be doing stuff to stay in the best of conditions. And even if they do have some instances where something happens, they still gonna work hard to come back from it. Even if, because I had a health emergency and those things happen. I've talked to some guys who've had health emergencies themselves. Okay, they happen. There's nothing wrong with that. But then they come back from it. They come back from it because they're not doing anything to harm themselves. I'm not doing anything because, I had a health emergency and stuff over a year ago. But even then, I wasn't doing anything. I was able to come back from it quickly because I was taking care of myself. My attitude was, I ain't gonna do anything. When I go to the doctor, they'll say, well, do you smoke? No. You drink alcohol? No. It's like, no, it's just, you just change the stuff up. Like some stuff is going to happen. You don't worry about that. It's happening. You're still human, but you still doing what you can to be in the best mental and physical shape possible. You still doing what you can. You're not going to consciously do something that doesn't work for you. You're not going to do anything. Like that drug thing, no, or smoking. Rom hasn't smoked anything in decades. I ain't gonna lie, I tried some herb one time, because it wasn't something that was good for me. And you get a lot of people out here saying, well, I'll do this or that. Yeah, but it'll hurt you. It'll change up something. You don't want to do that. You always want to be, that's one of the reasons, I always talk about body game. Yeah, of course, it could get women, but it's also keeping yourself in good shape. You want to stay healthy. You want to be active in staying healthy. That's the important thing. That's the important thing, And let me talk about the mental aspect because, it's easy to talk about the physical aspect. You're not going to engage in stuff that's going to mess with your mental health. If you're one of these guys out here that's talking about, oh, I'm not getting this woman, or this and this is happening to me, or I'm not, you might have low self-esteem. That's actually hurting you. One thing, you're going to feel good about yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, you're going to work to feel good about yourself. You're going to work to do stuff. You're going to fight anything mental. If you're going through depression, and that's a serious thing, you're going to do what you got to do to get past it, because that can hurt you long term. Mental health, you're going to work on your mental health, because that can destroy you if you allow it to. That can destroy you. There's a lot of people out there. One thing, a masculine man, he is going to be active He's going to take an active role in making sure that's not a problem. And yeah, stuff can happen. And yeah, even with the mental health thing, something can happen, but you're going to fight through it. Like say something happens, you know, a family member passes or some emergency happens. You're going to fight it every day. You're going to fight the negative part every single day. It can still happen, but and you don't have any shame if it does. Anything, but you're going to fight it, you know? You're not going to destroy yourself. There are many men out there who destroyed themselves. You know, I remember a man, I got into it a few times way back in the day. But I found out from someone else he had a job and he was working, he wasn't a problem. All of a sudden something happened, all of a sudden he just became an alcoholic or something. You know? He was destroying himself. Now, if he was interested in fighting that, he would get the help that he would need. He wouldn't put himself in a position where he could get hurt physically. And that could happen more than one time. Like I said, there's somebody, you know, we had some confrontations. I'll leave it at that. But, you know, like I said, I found out he was all right at first. If he was truly in his masculinity, he would have fought that. He would have fought that. Instead of trying to take it out on other people, instead of destroying himself with alcohol, he would have fought that. Because we've all gone through some stuff. I don't care who it is. I've gone through some stuff. I have no problems admitting that. But I didn't let it destroy me. I came out on the other end of it. That's how every person has to be, whether it's mental, whether it's physical, whatever. You have to fight it. You have to fight it. You don't do stuff that's going to hurt yourself. You know? You don't engage in something that can destroy you mentally. You don't use like some of these drugs out here. These drugs out here, yeah, they feel good from what I heard. They can feel good for a person, but they destroying you. How many people have been destroyed? How many men have been destroyed because they're using illegal and sometimes legal drugs? You don't want that. You want to be a man who stands up. You want to be a man who's presenting your best version. You want to be working on that. And even in situations where you might slip, because there's no shame in falling and everything. You'll fall into a hole or something. But are you going to stay in that hole? Say a masculine man is going to crawl out of that hole, or climb out of that hole rather, even better. You know? The masculine man, if he gets on his feet, he's going to get back on his feet. He's not going to do anything to destroy himself. And I want y'all to really think about that. I want you to think about that. Because you have a world out here and plenty of people who really will try to destroy you. Let's just be real. You got whole societies, cultures, mindsets, everything, other individuals who will try to destroy you. And they're going to do what they do. But you don't help them out. You don't destroy yourself. That's the key thing. Don't destroy yourself. All right? I want y'all to think about everything I'm saying, all right? And I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.